Welcome to the Lowrider Podcast, presented by Streetlow Magazine. Our host is Gilbert Chavez, direct from his office, no makeup, no studio, 100% authentic. Today interviewing Malow, our long-term photographer and designer, who makes our amazing flyers and incredible pictures. They go through all the 2024 events and what to expect for 2025. Hope you guys enjoy.
What's up, Raza? Here we are again, our Lowrider Podcast by Streetlow Magazine. My name is Gilbert Chavez. I'm your host, along with Tyrone Malow, as everybody knows him, Tyrone Diaz. We're going to talk about the 2024, what went on throughout the whole year. It's been a while since we did another podcast. We've been so busy doing other things, and actually a lot of covering, because I know Malow here did a lot of events and stuff like that. So before we do that, there's word also that Brenton Wood passed away today. Today's July. I mean, actually not today. Today's sorry,
January 3rd.
Today's January 3rd, and he was born July 26, 1941, as Alfred Smith. That was his actual name, and his entertainment name was Brenton Wood. And to me, it was just a pleasure to have had him be part of Streetlow Magazine, and actually one of our last shows back in 2022 in Salinas and in Woodland, where he sold out the venue for us twice, and it was kind of interesting to see Brent Wood, or actually young kids, or kind of like gravitated to who Brent Wood was, and it was just an honor to have him out there, and thanks to Thin Line, for bringing him out too, because he was his manager till the end, and he did a lot of good things with him and brought him around a lot of events and venues and stuff. But we worked with him way before as well, back in I want to say 2004, 2005, or a little like 2006, around that area. Around that time, we had him perform for us at the Costa Mesa car show that we used to have. We did a couple of shows out in Costa Mesa, down south, before we had done Long Beach. But yeah, it was kind of cool. We had him out there, man. And like I said, it's a sad day for the lowrider community, as well as for the Soletos out there. The guy put out tremendous hits, man, and I think we kept them going, man. We kept them alive as far as being part of the whole lowrider movement. And like I said, it's just a sad day for us to even talk about it, because it's just such a good artist, good music. I'm pretty sure everybody's bumped and grind to his music, and dedicated his songs, and broken hearts, mended hearts, a lot of things that his music actually did. Very legendary Brentwood. Like I said, our hearts goes out to his and his family, and hopefully, he continues to live on within us, as far as bumping his music, man. But you got anything to say, Mr.
A lot of
Mr.
memories. No. I mean, you said it well. I mean, he is a good person, very down to earth. Loved his music. I mean, you're very inspirational, and right. I know he had a lot of struggles with the music industry when he started, and like he didn't own the rights to the songs for a long time.
Well, no, I when we first hired him, when he did our show in Costa Mesa, I went down to his house in I think he lived in over there in San Bernardino.
Mm-hmm.
I remember going toward that area.
Yeah.
And I met up with him to give him a deposit for our show in San Bernardino, and actually Costa Mesa. And when I was talking to him, he was, it was like 20, 30 years ago. So he must have been in the 60s. And we were kind of young, I don't want to say my age, because you don't know my age, but we were young too. And I remember him telling me that, he was very glad that we hired him, and that, we're the ones that were keeping him alive.
Yeah.
As far as, the Latino community was the ones that keeping him alive. The promoters, different, the music. We were bumping his music, keeping him relevant to the industry. Yeah. And if it wasn't for us, he said he wouldn't know where he would be, because, like I said, we were his number one fans. And we're the ones that are following him. And, I remember him telling me one day too, he goes, yeah, I eat a lot of beans. I feel like I'm Latino myself, as much beans as I eat. He's on. And it was kind of a cool thing, man. But he says, yeah, that's why I'm strong and I'm healthy, because all the iron I eat and stuff. But like I said, it was a cool thing. But yeah, I mean, it's just, like I said, his music was off the hook. Since I've been young, I was bumping his music. Actually, I heard it from my cousin Art. Duro used to bump him a lot.
Yep.
And just, you could tell by his voice. His voice alone was just...
I shared his music with my son.
Right.
As a young age, and Isaiah got to meet him when he was about 10 years old.
Right.
And he knew who Brenton Wood was. And he told him, how much he liked his music. He knew his songs. Right. And that's the thing that, we pass down to our children.
Right.
And it's, his music is like never old.
No, not at all. I mean, what's crazy is that when we did the show, when we were actually doing the shows in Salinas, this back in 2022, I know people were calling me like, hey, is he really going to be there? Is he really going to? I'm like, yeah, he's going to be there. And I was wondering why they were saying that, but he was getting older, and his health wasn't really helping him out, but he was still out there for his fans, man. To the end of the time, he was still out there pushing himself in there, and they'd get a lot of talk from different people. Oh man, he's not the same no more. He's not. Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be the same. It's just that he's the same. How
it's the same person.
It's the same person. It's just to have him in our presence. It was a kind of a cool thing, and to be able to put him into our actual lineup of events that we did. We kept throwing our car shows. That I kept thinking, I said, well, this is cool. I wanted to bring him in last year, but he was just slowing down. And I know when we did the show in Woodland,
dude, that crazy. It
was insane.
Oh my gosh.
And what's crazy about it is I was getting calls from like parents. Hey, is he really going to be there? I'm like, yeah, because I got my kids that want to go see him. And I thought, okay, your kids, 18, 19. He goes, no, one's 9 years old, the other one's 12. Yep. And I was like, no way. Oh, they love Brentwood. They sing his songs all the time, because, again, it's us. We're putting our kids up on this music, while we're cleaning the house or working on our cars or doing something. The music's being played, or when we're cruising, going on trips. I mean, there ain't nothing like a Brentwood song when you're cruising, and everybody knows his lyrics. That's what's crazy, But that was, it's like I said, it was an amazing scene to still see the young generation kind of, gravitate to it. Like, whoa, we're going to go see Brentwood. And I'm glad that a lot of people were able to come check him out and experience seeing him in live, for the last time. Which, like I said, it's just a shame that, we won't be able to have him live anymore, But, the good thing is that we were able to be part of Streetlow and part of the Lowrider community and part of everybody out there, So,
and his music is going to keep on.
It's going to keep going.
Yep.
Yeah, they're going to keep playing it and stuff like that. So, yeah, like I said, wish his family luck, and our prayers goes out to them. And he had a good run, a good life, and like I said, he fought till the end. And I know he didn't have those rights to his music. Because that was one of the things that he had told us, that he had to do all these events, all these shows, because he didn't have the music rights, and somebody else was making his music, the money off his music. But I think he went to court, he fought, and he won.
Well,
recently
there was one concert I went to that I covered. It wasn't a Streetlow event, and he came up on stage and he was announcing, goes, "I'm finally getting rights to my music."
But this is recently, right?
No. I'm talking about maybe 15, 18 years ago.
Oh,
but not all the rights to his music. He didn't have any rights to his music in the beginning.
You know who had it was what's his name? Art LeBeau. Art LeBeau owned the rights of his music. Because like again, when I went to go see him in up towards San Bernardino, he had told me that he didn't like him. He goes, I don't like that guy. Even though he performed for a lot of his events, he did a lot of his events, and he was telling me that he owned most of the rights of his music. Maybe he had given him some of it, but it wasn't all of it. And he was still kind of, I think, getting tricked on most of it. But he just recently went to court last year, and through Thin Line was telling me that he finally won the lawsuit, and they were awarding him a lot of money, but they didn't want to give it all to him at one time. They were going to give it to him like every 2 months. They were giving him a big chunk of it, which was enough for him to say, you know, I'm going to chill now. I'm not going to do events anymore. I'm going to pick and choose what I want to do. And that's good for him, man. I mean, you know, even though I was trying to get him, but, you know, just it was good for him that he was able to do that, you know, because he definitely deserved it. And like I said, he made a lot of people happy. Probably a lot of babies were made because of his music, you know, a lot of breakups. I know.
Even the last couple of years, I've been hearing his music in commercials,
right.
movies.
Right.
And it's just like, what? Okay, cool.
Yeah, and I think that's why I want to say that's probably why he was like, wait a minute, who's getting the money?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I don't want to quote it, but I think that's because, you know, the whole lawsuit thing went in. But, you know, I'm glad that he won. I don't know who's going to get it. Hopefully his family does. Whoever continues his estate, hope they, you know, continue to print his music, albums, CDs. The good thing is I have one of his old school tapes from I want to say maybe, oh my God, 88, 89. I have a tape. That was when I was bumping tapes.
Yeah.
I have an actual Brenton Wood tape. And it was a trick because I wanted him to sign it. I go, I got the Oogum Boogum tape. Could you sign it for me? But, you know, I just never got around to it. The good thing is we were able to get our what do you call it, our poster sign.
Yeah.
We had our poster sign for our car show. So, you know, hopefully we'll have a couple of those left. You know, I could probably swing around if you guys are fans of Brentwood with our actual logo and our stuff on it, you know, from the car show. But, yeah. Well, you know, 2025 is here and 2024 is gone. You know, feels the same to me. I mean, I don't know. It changes for other people, and hopefully, you know, it motivates us to be better or do different things.
I'm ready.
Right on. Yeah, I know you did a lot. Last year, we're kind of looking at the list of all the things that Malow did last year, you know, from our car show in Salinas to going out, you know, to our events, which is Salinas, Woodland, our San Jose show, which was kind of late. You know, we were able to change our dates back to what it was, June 22nd. I know there's a controversy going on with out Sacramento and all that, but that date, we've had that date since I can remember, man.
15 years, no?
Yeah, June. It was every third weekend of June was our car show. So we're gonna continue it, and you know, not trying to batter down anybody, but that's been our date, and you know, that's, you know, we're gonna keep it. But we had the Woodland show, the Idaho show, which this year is gonna be off the hook.
Yep,
they're gonna have Too Short there, Twista, and a couple of actors, and I mean, Sonny's always putting something together really tight, man. So I got to give him big props, man. You know, he's always trying to give it up and give it out to all the lowriders out there, man, and trying to give you guys a big show. Yep. So, you know, it's just you guys got to go out there and really support, yeah. and we're doing some things for the lowriders too. So to make sure that the prize money and the cars themselves get more trophies, more winners out there as well, and you know, different categories and stuff. But that was a really good year. I mean, there was Art on Wheels. That was the same day as our show. Yeah, in Salinas. It was their second annual. They had a first annual.
Second annual. And
I didn't know they had a first. They had a first annual. Was that,
mm-hmm.
You weren't.
I didn't go to the first one. I was invited. I was part of a panel.
Right on.
So I was definitely given a lot of props and supporting Streetlow and representing. I mean, that was definitely had two, 3 different events that same day with the car show. But you know what? Got to do what we got to do.
And we have to keep pushing it because, you know, I know we always get stuck in the rain and we have to always push it. And it was never like that. It was kind of weird. We've always had a really nice run when we did March, and March is just a show that we do every year, and We see other promoters out there trying to do March shows and stuff like that, which is fine for them. It's cool. But we're not going to change ours. I mean, we're going to continue to do it, rain or shine or bad or good, because we've had good days, we've had bad days, but we still do it, man.
Yeah.
We're not doing it because we're trying to get rich out of it. We're doing it because it's a cultural thing for us to do every year. And we're going on our 27th year of publishing and hopefully getting our next issue out. I know you don't have the time, but getting our next issue out, right? And but we're going to keep doing it. We're going to keep pushing it and keeping ourselves out there, man. Then also you had the April Fool's car show in Fairfield.
Mm-hmm.
April Fool's car show thrown by
Sonoma. Oh, I'm gonna get in trouble.
The April Fool's guys.
The April Fool's. Yeah,
but they had that show, so that was covered, and also back to Motown. We went out that way. We got to thank the Impalas for inviting us out there and letting us be part of that event, which is kind of cool. Also back to Broadway in Sacramento.
Yeah.
And also Boulevard Nights.
San Jose.
Boulevard Nights every year. It happens every year, man. It's a lot of stuff going on. If you guys don't know about San Jose, it'd be good for you guys to come out and experience it, whether it's a cruise or one of our shows.
San Jose had a good year last year.
Yeah, it was a real good year. Even though the economy is where it's at, but I think the cool thing about San Jose and even lowriding, man, it's not an expensive thing to do unless you're building a lowrider, because it's kind of
unless
expensive.
you build it yourself.
Well, no.
Well, meaning
if you build it yourself, it's not as expensive.
Oh, yeah, correct.
No, if you have somebody else build it for you, that's where it's expensive. No, if you build it for yourself, it's a lot cheaper. But it's a way to get down and get busy with yourself when you got problems in your life. You could just buy a car and start building it. And trust me, I know a lot of you guys. I mean, like myself, if you ever get into that mood where you get upset or whatever, you just go out to your car, start working on it, doing things to it, whether it's a project or it's your own car. And, just your mind, it just eases your mind. And I know when you go out there cruising, it eases your mind too. And then you also had Boulevard Nights. You had a California Lowrider Holiday
in Sacramento.
That's the one in June. That's the one in June.
That was,
and and like I said, it's cool. I mean, there's California's big enough, and we have enough cars for everywhere. So not to take nothing away from them that they started it 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It just happens to be on our date, which is kind of sucky. And I just can't really be changing dates. I want to keep our date as solid as I can and continue it. And then we got also Chicano Soul Fest. Mm-hmm. That was at History Park. Okay.
That was run by Dulce.
Okay, right on. They had the Chicano. I heard that was a good success.
That was a good turnout.
Right on. That's what's up. San Jose, I mean, they turn up, man, for San Jose all the time, for sure. Then we had a Carnaval 46. You came to it because we were still in Idaho during that day. You flew in and straight to the...
So if I can try to do it really quick, my flight got changed from night to morning.
Right.
I was able to get in contact with some people of the staff for the Carnaval, and we were able to manage to get me a media pass. I flew in, drove my car from the airport, made it within 20 minutes as the parade started, parked in the red zone, and left my car, and I was able to cover at least half of the Carnaval, straight from Idaho to San Francisco.
Who did all that? Roberto
Hernandez.
Right on, man. Props to him, bro, for keeping lowriding in San Francisco hard, bro. That's
and it's actually Robert Werner. He was one of the members that was helping out with getting me the pass. Cause
where was Vince at? Vince wasn't there. He's all quiet.
Yeah, he's there.
Right. We got to give him props too, man. He's part of the whole committee out there, man. But they do good things, man. They do the car hops. They're
King of the Streets,
which is dope, man. They've been doing it for years now.
Pendleton Dance.
They do a lot of good things, man. And You got to give them props, man. I think I know other promoters and stuff. They try to get into their mix and trying to like I don't know, kill two birds with a stone. But sometimes it doesn't work. You got to let these guys, you got to let them do what they do. And just instead of trying to add on to it, just be part of it, because that's what this industry needs. People need to stop trying to add to somebody else's success. You gotta, instead of add to, trying to take away from someone else's success, just be part of it, man. It's always good to just join. Hey, man, you know what? They have an event out in this area. They're doing really good. There's no reason for a promoter to go into an area and trying to do an event that's already been established by a promoter or other promoters. But they continue to do that. Those are the guys that call wolves. It's a wolf. It's a wolf promoter going into an area trying to create an event where it's already doing good, and it messes up promoters that have been doing events there for years. I could talk about one, but I just don't want to talk about it. It happened years ago, but it's tough, man. People do that.
When I see the car clubs doing things together. Give an example, like Dueñas just celebrated their 5th anniversary, right. And the amount of car clubs that came out to support them, I give them all props, because there were so many car clubs that came out.
Right. Well, no, it's because they're always supporting people, and that's
the thing, yeah.
And that's the good thing about a lot of these car clubs. And I know car clubs, there's a lot of politics, and people tend to like, oh, I don't like them, or they don't like us, or we don't like, And in reality, if there's one person that doesn't like another person, let it be. That's between you two. Yep. It ain't a car club thing. I think car clubs, continue to build themselves and continue to create more, create more events, create more activities for the lowriders to do at a zero cost. Because that's what it really is. When we come in, it is a cost, because we're trying to give you guys a concert. We're trying to give you guys cash prize money, give you guys trophies, trying to give you guys an incentive to do an event with us, And we're lowriders. We're actual lowriders. We're not just promoters trying to get from the culture. We're not promoters trying to, steer other people another way, because there's promoters out there that will sit there and hate on you, and so they'll try to go out there and talk to other clubs, and we don't deal with them because they don't do this, they don't do that for you, or that's a lot of hate becomes. But you got to give props to the Dueñas for doing that. I know they've done a couple of cool little events and stuff.
Toy drives, right? I mean, there's a lot of car clubs that did a lot of toy drives last year too. Well,
it's been like that since I can remember. I mean, I used to sit there when we first started the magazine. I remember sitting and going, man, when I was younger, I used to see a lot of motorcycle runs. They used to call them toy run motorcycle runs, and maybe once or twice a year they would do one or two. And then when I started getting to lowriding really deeper, and when we started the magazine and we started doing trying to do toy runs, toy drives, we're overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Because there were everybody was doing one. And I sit there and go, fuck, if anybody gives out to the community, it's lowriders.
Yep.
We do for the communities. We do, just for even in an individual. When somebody's in need of something, everybody gets together, and donates and puts together. Some people take advantage of it because it's been done and we've seen it. It's like everywhere, people take advantage of something. But I think when it comes to being in need, of a lowrider being in need, or even somebody in your neighborhood that needs something, and you reach out to the lowrider community, they want to do something, because we've been put in the dark for so long, for so many years, that we want to always be able to be, give you a helping hand, because we wanted you to see us in a different light, and has always been a thing that we've struggled with. Now that everything has changed a little, which is good because of the cameras. The cameras has changed a lot. It hasn't really been because they really want to. It's because it's
been easier.
It's been easier, and it keeps people in check. And when I'm saying in check, like some law enforcement that did pick on us, because I was picked on a lot back in the days. We'd drive up and down, we'd get pulled over, sit us on the sidewalk, pull everything out of our car. I mean, do they really do that like in Los Altos or up in, Campbell or, where, I've passed by when cars get pulled over, never seen a car with everything outside, and I mean, and this is being my neighborhood. I'm being pulled over in my neighborhood and harassed in my neighborhood. But this is back in the days. Now it's changed a little, which I think they still do, but it just depends too, man. You guys can't look too grimy out there neither, man. Like, one headlight out, fucking, they know what to pull over. I think lowriders now, they don't pull them over because I think we've earned our respect from so many years.
Yeah.
That's made it easier for anybody that step up that likes to talk for us or talks for the community of lowriding. We of old school generation has made it easier for the young generation to speak out, because if they were back in the days, if they could go back to the days and they would speak out the way they did, it wouldn't work.
Yeah,
they would give up, because we did. We were out there. I mean, trying to make things right, trying to get the crews up right. And we did. There was a guy named Paul, I think. He moved out to Sacramento. He was out here at one time. I think he was with Low Conspiracy. I'm not too sure. It was a long time ago. But I know he was part of the alliance, and he made shit happen for us. And we all got together at a hall. We'd get together and talk about it. We're going to patrol our own selves. We're going to be able to cruise. And then boom, that was it. Couldn't cruise anymore, because there was too much bullshit going on, But I think it's, like I said, it's everything's a lot easier, especially with the social media. It's way easier, promoting stuff, going out there, trying to make yourself seen,
Well, even youngsters, men and women coming up, trying, taking on the task of
the new generation.
Yeah, the new generation.
It's just easier. There's like paper trail now. There's how can I say? It's just a lot easier for our generation to talk, because, like I said, there's cameras now. We can record something that's not being done right to us. If we're being picked on or something, it's easier for us to show the world. So now, it's not. I'm not going down to the Hall of Justice, and the Hall of Justice is showing them what's going on. I'm going to show the world what's going on. Then let everybody call you and see if it's right or not. I think that has been the whole, our savior. That has been our savior. But the good thing is that we all communicate with each other, and good and bad things come out of everything. Lowriding's always been around, and when it comes to car shows, I think there ain't no lowrider show without you guys. Lowrider shows is all the people together gathering around. Don't let one person dictate what's going on in the lowriding community. As far as, this is the show to go to. You guys will know what show to go to, what show not to go to. So to me, it's like, how can I say? You can pick and choose.
Correct.
You can pick and choose what event to go to, which is kind of cool.
And I'm not trying to say, I always say this, but it always sounds weird. But it's like, I feel like sometimes we're spoiled because there's so many events to go to, where some other states don't have the amount of events that we have. That it's you can go to 3-4 shows every weekend. I think maybe last year I probably had 3-4 weekends off in the whole year.
Right.
That you can say, like, we got something to go. There's always somewhere to go to.
Oh yeah, it's been like that since 26 years ago. And I would sit here and people would tell me, lowriding's dying. No, it's not dying. Fuck, no, it's not dying. For you, it is, because you're not in it.
Yeah.
But because we're into it, it's with us 24/7. It's always with us.
Or when I get people, they see me with my wagon, they're like, "Oh my gosh, I haven't seen this in like 30 years." Or when I was a little kid, and I'm like, I see it every weekend. Right.
That's because it's not out there as much anymore.
Correct.
But we're out there, we're younger and doing our thing. We're actually, riding. There was a lot of cars. We would see them all the time, and they were nickel and dime these cars. We'll buy them for 500, 300, 400. Now those days are gone. Now, that I think, to me, I think that's why the industry of lowriding has gotten so expensive, because of the cost. Not so expensive, so popular because of the cost of the cars now. Because the cost of the cars have made everybody in instant. I mean, baller. You're a baller if you have a 6.4 Impala. You're a baller if you have a bomb. And we had bought them, prior to the pandemic. They were a lot cheaper. But it's like I said, it's different. I mean, I wish we had all these cameras back in the days.
Mm-hmm.
I wish there was social media back in the day because, we would have recorded way before. Because people are like, hey, when did lowriding start? Or who did the first hydraulics? Or who? It's somebody that wrote it down and put it in paper and showed it to people. And okay, that's where it started. Or, not really being there at the time it was being built because we didn't have, as Latinos, the equipment to build half of this stuff or actually record ourselves building it. We're too busy trying to make these cars work and have fun with them because for everybody we're junk. To us, it was treasure.
Correct.
So. Right on, man. Moving along, we have also you had a Chicano Park. That was a good one too. I haven't been to that event in a while.
I believe it's the 53rd or 53rd anniversary. Because it was during the pandemic. It was going to be the 50th. Wow, that same year as the pandemic. So I wanted to go to that one. So technically, last year was my first time going.
Yeah, and it's changed.
Yes.
It's big time changed. From the times that we were going, when they were allowing everybody in there, that place was a cluster of cars and people. It was so packed. And I remember going with Naomi and them. It was a bunch of us. Did you go with us? Oh, this is your first time, right?
This is my first time.
So, yeah, a couple of years ago, we all went out there, man. And it was a bunch of us. Rented some rooms down the street, which it was really rare to even get a room like not even a block away from there.
Yeah.
So we all walked there. And it was cool, man. It was really, really nice, man. And I know there's, like I said, politics, man. Politics plays a big part in lowriding. And sometimes it's a good thing and it's not a good thing. I mean, when it's a good thing, it turns bad when it becomes politics.
Yep.
When politics comes into play, it kind of ruins a lot of shit. It's like a rock band. You got a band that's together, and politics is where the singer wants to go solo, and the band goes this way. The band ain't the band anymore.
Yeah, the vibe just totally dissolves.
And I think that's what went on with Chicano Park. I think it's changed the vibe of it. I know they have. What was it even I was talking about? They do it every year too. It's oh my God. Have you heard of the X-Men? In August, he has his cruise. What was it?
Fight for the Cruise?
No, what was it?
Fight the Cure.
No, Cure for the Cruise.
Yes.
Cure for the Cruise, right? Javier, I hope we're saying it right. And also La Vuelta.
Yeah,
that's
La
another
Vuelta in San Diego.
That's a good one.
That was a good one.
You went with us that year, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a good one. We had a good time that year. Like I said, these events are free for the people to come out and enjoy themselves, which is kind of a cool thing. And it's a trip because it costs money. It still costs money, whether they're dealing with the city, they're bringing out entertainment, just gathering all these cars, the people that come out and help. It's a trip because it's free for the community. Like I said, lowriding to me, it's always been whatever we can. If we could jump into something real quick, we're going to do it. Like if it's any type of help, we want to do it. If it's doing a car show for kids to get uniforms for their teams, we jump in and we do it. So I think that's the beauty of lowriding, man. Also you had Cold Frisco's Nights. That was
in San Francisco, yeah, on Mission.
I haven't been to one of those, man.
It's the last show of the year for San Francisco.
Right. I have not been to. I'm going to, because I know Flavio here, he always telling me to bring out my car. He's like, come on, Gilbert, bring your car out. What the fuck?
Bring your cars.
Cars out. Yeah, I know.
At least three.
I know.
At least three.
I know, at least three. This year I am. There's going to be a little change in my life this year. So we're definitely we'll start hitting the streets out more a little bit. I can't do them all. Like I said, I do have a family, and I do got to make sure that this.
Bring it
magazine. Bring them down with me. Well, yeah, no, if they can. Some of them go to school. They do all kinds of stuff. But you know how it is. You know,
Yeah.
shit. Tyrone was in it for a while. He was doing the whole thing.
Yep.
You know, he wasn't out for a long time. And he's been with us 27 years now. And nobody knew who he was till he fell off that bike, and that was it.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, shout out to Fools Gone Wild.
When he fell on that bike, when he fell on that bike, that shit was it. I was like, who the hell is that big guy what is he trying to do with that bike? You know, that shit was too funny.
Oh man, the comments that people were making on there, like, what were you thinking? Oh, by the way, how was the bike?
How's the bike, right?
Thanks for asking.
Right, to my I have it right there in my what you call it, the glove compartment. Look at how small that thing was.
AJ, I still want that bike.
Right.
AJ Stunts, I want that bike.
You gotta get that bike, man. So so we did that. Dia de los Muertos, Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo San Jose was good. That was a real good one. That was over there in Cush Park.
Yeah.
Over there in Cush Park it was off the hook. That was really good. I mean, Flavio was there. Everybody was there. Yeah, Cinco de Mayo. That was a good one. You know, and this coming year, I think it's going to be just as big or better. Yep. You know, and man, just leave your guys' attitude at home, bro. Like, you guys got to stop this warfare bullshit, man. Seriously, man. I mean, you guys, right? You know, it's tough that you guys are out there, even looking at each other. Like, stop. You know, go look at girls, man. Like, really, like, don't be looking at each other. Don't look at each other. If somebody's dressed a certain way, let them dress that way. Who cares what color he's wearing? I mean, just ignore each other. Be out there for the good vibe. Do it for the good wealth of all and health of all of us, man. And if you're gonna be staring something down, stare at a girl. Look at a girl. Seriously, there's no need to look at dudes, bro. Like that's why I tell like my kids, like, you know, you don't need to be out there looking at guys. What's up? What are you looking at, man? Look at a girl. Like, you know. I mean, if you're into dudes, I get it. But if you're not, you know, seriously, man, you know, there's enough women out there for everybody, you know. So, yeah, just make it safe for everybody on Cinco de Mayo, man. Let's prove the world that San Jose is the safest city, biggest city in the world. It was like that for a long time, but we knew why too, right? I don't want to bring that up, but. You know, let's make it ourselves. Make sure that we take care of ourselves, and we take care of our youngsters, man, and you know, show them a different rope, different way of being. You know, our youngsters need to learn to respect the elders and learn from us, man, because we have a lot of experience, and I think that's what they can. I think they can benefit from the experience that we've went through, the ups and downs we've gone through. And better themselves, man. And yeah, Cinco de Mayo was off the hook, you know. So it should be good this year, coming year. So look out for that. Another one was Dia de los Muertos in Oakland. That one in Oakland. You didn't go to that one? No, Flavio, you're not invited to everything, bro. That's not good.
No, it was a good turnout. A lot of car clubs came out. Impala's also was. One of the clubs out there, Scandalos, they probably had about 30, 40 cars, but they also had it in the downtown area. Chuy Gomez was...
Chuy Gomez.
No, it was a good turnout. It was a definitely good turnout.
Right on. You know what's crazy? It's a little story about that. I haven't been to one of those in about 27 years. I was out there the day we started Streetlow Magazine. When I decided I was going to start a magazine, we were out there. We took pictures of their hopping cop car, and they had a fireman's car too. The fireman's car was kind of cool. That we were out there. It was kind of cool, man. It was our very first, and I was out there taking pictures, and we're like, oh, we're starting a magazine, and we're like, yeah, whatever, you know, because you know, again, back then it was a little bit different because there was no social media. We were trying to create our own social media. So, but yeah, it was at Dia de los Muertos in Oakland. It was in Oakland. It was a couple of cars. We were out there too, the Dukes. That's why I was part of it, you know, at the time. It was kind of cool, man. But yeah, that's a little story I had. Also, Dogtown Super Show, Venice Beach.
This is the second annual show. Dogtown. It was
skaters.
It was a blast. It was already lowriders.
But Dogtown, is that the skateboard movie?
Yeah.
Is that the area for that?
Area is actually on the Venice Beach. It's actually, they said, if I'm quoted wrong, it was actually the second car show in Venice Beach.
Nice.
Lowrider car show.
I love Venice, man. That place is off the hook. Mm-hmm. I've been out there when I was younger. I used to go out there and chill with my cousins and and get weed, because it's, you couldn't go anywhere and buy weed. So we went to Venice, got high a couple times out there. No, I'm just lying. I'm just playing, Mom. We just went over there and chill. But it was kind of cool, man, to, because you see everything on TV. You always see the muscle guys and all that.
Well, yeah, I saw that area because there was a lot of bombs in the basketball area. And I'm like, I've seen this area in movies.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no way. I'm like, okay, I recognize the place. Okay. And then.
Yeah. No, what's cool about that spot, man, is they see there's a lot of entrepreneurs. That was the first time I ever seen the razor.
Yeah.
There was these guys selling razors out of their trunk. I mean, I don't know if that was the company Razor, but there was nothing out there at the time. And my kids were tiny. They were little. I think I only had one son at the time. I didn't have both of them. And me and my wife were walking on the boardwalk, not the boardwalk, on the on the sidewalk, because there's a sidewalk. You see all the stores and stuff. There was a guy parked selling these razors. Like I thought to myself, fuck, should have bought one, but I didn't think it was going to be a thing.
Yeah.
Then 2-3 months later, shit, they're everywhere. I'm going, holy shit, I seen that. But excuse me, I think Venice Beach has a lot of artistic people.
Yes.
They're always, painting things. I even got a little spoon where this guy, drew my wife. I bought it for my wife, where he drew a palm tree in a spoon, and he bent the spoon and stuff. But it was always kind of like different creative people that build
had people out there
custom stuff, which is kind of cool. I think that's dope. I think, shit, I want to see Dogtown. Did you tell me about that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I was actually checking out the Beyond the Street. It was a Teen Angel exhibit with Esteban.
Nice.
And at the same weekend, it was mentioned about a show called Dogtown, and I'm like, I hit up the promoter. He said, come on down, and they welcomed me with open arms, and I got there 5-6 o'clock in the morning, checked out the place, and all the vendors, I guess when I got there, all the stores were closed, so it's all muraled. And then when all the vendors come in,
it opens up.
You don't see anything, so I was able to get the cars coming in with all the murals in the background.
Nice.
So definitely has some good shots from that show.
Okay. Well, that's what's up, man. Shit, I'm going to have to see that one next year. Like I said, during the summer, I'll be more mobile. I'm building one of my cars. It's a wagon. I'm trying to get that very mobile where I can just drive it down there, like I used to, or even leave one of my wagons in LA at my brother's house. Probably one of the 64 or maybe the 62. I'm going to see which one I can leave out there.
Well, Abel had been working on the wagon, and he's like, well, your bucket list. You got to drive your wagon to LA.
Yeah.
At least once.
Is he going to be in it?
Yeah, I'm probably going to be in it.
So, no, you have to ride with me. So you got to make sure you put AC in it. And, right on. So then Dueña's 5th anniversary car show, which was kind of cool. Okay. And that was done at the
Cunningham
Park. Okay.
Cunningham Park. They had Miss Rose out.
Okay, that's right.
Miss
That's
Rose
right. I've seen
LA.
that. That's right. That's where we used that picture for the
calendar.
That's right. Okay. And then East Bay Bombs in East Bay,
in Newark.
I think that was the last show they did of the year, or the last show there, period, right?
No, it was in August. It was August 3rd.
No, but they're saying that's their last show too, right?
I already did a flyer for them for this year.
Oh shoot! Somebody was telling me that was their last show. They weren't going to do it no more.
No,
you gonna do it again?
Yeah, I already did their flyer. So
big props to you guys, man. Right on, man. Keep it going, man. That's cool, man. Because these are a lot of shows that have been around for a long time. I remember covering those shows when we first started the magazine too. Because when we first started the magazine, there wasn't really much going on. I think we were able to be part of something new coming out, something brand new, coming alive and stuff. But I think that's.
I think I know who you're talking about. I think you're talking about Bay Bombs.
Oh, it's not Bay Bombs?
Not Bay Bombs. Bay Bombs, I think, is what you were talking about.
Oh, okay. So
East Side.
East Bay.
East Bay is the car club.
Oh, okay.
So
okay, East Bay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. So, okay, yeah, East Bay. So this, okay, so yeah. They've done shows too at the school.
Yeah, this is I think their third or fourth year.
Really?
So yeah, Bay Bombs is one that's been doing it for a long time.
But they were doing it before too, because I remember going to their shows at that school. This is way back. I want to say about 15, 16 years ago, man. So maybe maybe it's something different, or maybe somebody different. But I'm pretty sure it was them. They were doing a show. It's at a school.
Yeah,
and it's like a court. And it's all
yes, with palm trees. I always love that because I always try to shoot the same location with the cars, and I always have the palm trees in the background.
Right on. That's what's up, man. Well, hopefully building this newer book. I know we're building this other book, but building a new book will definitely add a lot of these guys to make it history for them. I know there's nobody out there really putting a magazine together with these annuals, and concentrating on them, because that's what Streetlow is built. It's built to represent the lifestyle of lowriding, man, and the culture of lowriding, and I want to continue to do that. And I thank you for being out there a lot, man.
No, shout out to all the car clubs, to the councils, a lot of people checking in on me, just being there, open arms. So, and all the writers, all the families, everybody. I mean, I know there were so many shows last year, and do my best to keep it going.
That's it, man. I mean, shoot, it's tough. I know it's tough running around, man. I been there, done that for many years, man.
Well, I remember I told you I was making up for lost time, because the first 15 years I was more behind the scenes.
Right. No, I'm behind the scenes.
You guys are traveling. You guys were traveling and everything, and I was like, nah, I'm being Mr. Coach.
Right. No, but I'm hopefully, like I said, this year I want to go out there a little bit more. I feel ashamed coming out of my cars. I mean, all my cars like primered, or I've never really fixed up a car or a show car, because to me it was never really about a show car. It was always about being part of it, riding.
Really?
Yeah,
my car's not a show car.
No, but I'm saying but not even that. Like I got to make sure that they run right. Like you got to make sure they run right before they look right.
Correct.
Because I was always told by Chewy, man, rest in peace, from Duke's Car Club. I mean, he was the president at the time when I was in the club. He goes, "You guys look good broken down on the side of the road." We were doing our paint job, our chrome, our interior. Then when it got to the motor and tranny, we're like, "Fuck, we got no more money," but we look good. And then we break down, we look good broken down the side of the road. I remember him telling us that.
That's why I got the lights from my wagon. To hide the paint job. So I give shout out to Mr. Glow for that one.
Look at something else. Don't look at the car. Look at that.
Yeah, because I drive by and I don't see the cameras out. I turn on my lights and it's already nighttime. All the cameras are out.
Right on. So you had also El Grito Picnic, high class in Elysian Park.
That was actually the day after the Icon Awards.
The day after?
The day after. So I was with some members of Dueñas.
You had to come back home.
Yeah, you had to come back. Right. Didn't you leave that right after the dinner?
That same night. Yeah, I took off. My daughter had a concert to go to. So I had to rush back for her concert.
Yeah.
She had I don't know what kind of concert. She had every year they do an Icon. I got to talk to Chris.
I think it's the third year.
Yeah, it's the third year. No, this is their second. This is going to be the third year.
Yeah, this year is going to be the third year.
Yeah, I want to bring Chris on so we can talk about this Icon and give more people an awareness of the Icon Lowriding Award, which I think is cool because it's being thrown together by an actual lowrider person himself that's been around for years and knows the industry of lowriding so it'd be nice I'd like to bring him in so you could share the Icon Award thing and the whole Icon class and stuff like that. But
yeah, so the Grito was really cool. The only thing, it was my first time going, but unfortunately they
shut it down.
They shut down half the side.
Right.
So
there's a police academy around the corner. Yeah, for where the Elysian Park is, there's a police academy around the corner. So it's hard to do anything there without being noticed, right away. And then of course it's where the Dodger Stadium's at. So they're gonna call, hey, what's going on? We got all these cars outside, but
I mean, I made the best out of it. You know what? I mean, High Class was really cool. They took care of me. They were barbecuing,
Right.
comida. They didn't slow them down, but at the same time,
not.
I mean, I met several photographers from Vegas, from Atlanta. So it was cool to meet new people.
Right.
And again,
Sure.
it wasn't the same because both sides weren't open.
Right.
But again, it's another bucket list. I've never done Elysian Park.
Right.
So now,
right. It's cool. No, that's a good. We've been there plenty of times, man. We used to go
I'm
chill,
sure.
kick back, drink, eat. I mean, it was good. It's always been a good, beautiful park. Beautiful park. I think it's like a stamp to Los Angeles because Elysian Park is just one of those places where you're gonna take a lot of beautiful pictures because of the palm trees. It's just such an iconic area for clubs to come together and even when they did I think the Lowrider movie, they used Elysian Park to be one of the parts of the movie and stuff, which is kind of cool. I think it's like I said, it's an iconic park for sure. It's really, really nice. Then you went to Esparza Car Show. Well, that's right, Father's Day. That's the one over here in Gilroy.
Yes,
that's a nice one. I met the guys that do it, and
yes,
they're kind of cool cats, man. They don't do it for the money. They don't do it. They just do it because they love doing it, and they bring all these car clubs. I think that's why it's been such a success for them. Because again, I think when you're doing it for the love of it, and you're doing it because it's in your heart and in your blood now, I think it's just naturally the lowrider gods shine on you, and I think that's what's happening to them, because I've seen a lot of Father's Day's car shows happen, and they don't happen like that.
No,
these guys got to jamming.
They had it all surrounded, and they had I forgot his name. The
promoter,
the tribute band, award tribute band.
The award tribute band. You talking about Cisco Kids?
Yes,
Cisco Kid.
Yes,
yeah.
They had him perform.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I mean, that's like I said. It's I think it was cool. I think it's cool what they're doing. It's just Father's Day. It's a special day for me too. I gotta hang out with my kids, whether they want to do this or not. I can't do it for me. I'd rather do it just to spend time with my family. But my hat comes off for them and all the dads that go out there and be part of it. And I know I'm gonna have to hit it up one year for sure. Then you have the Guadalupe Car Show, which is in Arizona, which is good. We've been out to that one. I know that's a cool event.
Miguel Alvarado. I believe this is going to be his 21st anniversary.
21st.
Yeah, because I met him when I met him through Facebook about 6 years ago.
That's when we all went.
Not 6 years ago.
The first one we went to all together. Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the first one we went to.
So I met him through Facebook, and that's when I already saw that he was already celebrating like 16, 17 years, and I'm like, you've been doing this and nobody didn't really know about the show.
6 years ago.
So he does a free show you pay for registration for judging, but it's open to the public because it's on the public grounds.
Right.
So it's on the City Sana Plaza, Guadalupe.
Well, no, that's in the corner where we went, right? It's still at the same spot?
Yes.
And then the whole street gets filled up.
And every year
the neighbors are barbecuing.
They keep going one block further, one block further, and I always enjoy it. I mean, the hospitality has always been top notch. Family's been good. All the car clubs come out to support.
And all the neighbors still barbecuing?
Yeah.
I know the year we went, they're all barbecuing and stuff. It's like, I want to go ask them for a burrito or something, or taco or something.
I can't remember the car club. There's actually a car club that has a house right in front of the car show.
Yeah. And they barbecue.
They had menudo.
Yeah.
They had everything out there. Like they had a canopy all set up, and I was like, in front of the house.
Yeah.
And they were feeding everybody.
It's kind of like La Vuelta one, where they have all that. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Bird from oh my God, Majestics. The Blue House. Remember that Blue House?
Oh yeah.
That's a car club.
Yeah.
That's a car club.
Exactly.
The Majestics. They're barbecuing in the front. It's kind of cool. Right on, man. So Guadalupe, Arizona. That's a cool one, and they're keeping it going, which is kind of cool too. And then you have How High Hydraulics, the massacre. It just happened, right?
It just happened. That's also with Chinaman.
Well, shit, I jumped real quick because there's other ones here too. There's the Jelly Belly
with Chelu Car Club.
Yep,
with
cool
Pete.
cat, man.
Pete's good.
Love
people.
Pete. Pete's a good person, man. I love him, man. He's keeping the whole movement going, and it's cool, man. You know, he opens arms to everybody, and I think he's doing a great job. He's doing a great job doing it in Vallejo. I think they're doing this year. He was telling me they're going to be doing a show at the fairgrounds. So you guys got to look out for that. You know, look out for the flyer that he's going to be pushing out, or you're going to be working.
Well, no, he has his guy that's working on it.
Okay.
But the one show I didn't go to this year that he has is the Battle of the Bay.
Battle of the Bay.
Yeah, he has that also. That's one of his shows.
Where is that?
In Vallejo.
I think that's what he's at the is that the fairgrounds?
No, that's not the fairgrounds. Remember, it was downtown.
Oh, that's the one I went to. Okay.
Did you go this year?
Oh, yeah,
I didn't go.
Yeah, I go every year, man. I got to support that. I like that show. Yeah. He moved everything down to the bottom. So the front where they usually hop, it wasn't there. It was done somewhere else.
Well, usually the hop is in. Oh yeah, that's right.
Center. So they moved it.
Well, last year, the year before,
and then all the vendors were on the back, so they weren't in the front. So, I mean, it was cool. I mean, they're trying something different. I don't know what he's going to do this year, but that's whatever they want to do. I think where I'm at, I'm cool. I don't mind being there. What's going on? You guys okay?
Oh,
King of the Streets.
What?
King of the Streets.
Yeah. No, we're getting there. Okay. Guys. Ooh, oh my God!
I went to a lot of shows.
I know there's a lot of shows here.
Well, that's what I mean. The Battle of the Bay.
That's what I'm saying. I jumped into the massacre thing. It was. I mean, there's still Jelly Belly.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think I gave you in alphabetical order instead of seasonal.
Yeah. Okay.
Instead of the shows in January.
Latinx Comic Art Festival in Modesto, which is another show.
Yes.
And you said I would like that one.
That was really good. It has a lot of Latino artists that are. It's kind of like a Comic-Con.
Like an artist, drawing artist.
Drawing comics, stories, also artwork, different types of designs. It's all crafts, and then there's also car shows outside.
During what month was this? Latin Comic Arts. Do you remember? Because I mean, it'd be nice let people know what's going on. Hopefully, throughout the taping, or throughout, we'll start giving people the dates and hopefully also my Instagram was hijacked for a whole year. It's been hijacked for a whole year, and I'm still battling it with Instagram to get my Streetlow _magazine back. Anybody out there that that know how to get it back, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to get it back, but it's just, oh my God, it's a battle, man. It's a battle to getting it back. We haven't really posted anything on it. So anything that, if anybody send you anything through our Instagram, don't push anything or answer back. It's not us. It kind of sucks, man. That's why we haven't really put nothing up. That's why we have.
Yeah, if somebody sends you a message saying, "Hey, can you do me a favor?" Don't answer it.
Yeah, unless it's unless you call me on my phone if you have my phone.
Well, that's what I usually do. If I see somebody says, "Hey, Malow, I need to ask you a big favor," then I call the person on the phone.
Right.
Because a lot of times when they send that, it's somebody else. They already got hacked.
Correct. That's why it kind of sucks. But anyways, hopefully, I'm in a couple of weeks, I should be able to get my Instagram back. When I do, I'll start posting a lot of these events up too, just to give people awareness, and even on our YouTube channel too. I want to make sure we get everybody, on the up and up of these events, especially because I know Malow's been out there checking them out. I haven't been out there, which I would love to, especially Latin Comic-Con art. I mean,
I know you love.
I'm
Comic-Con.
into that. I'm into comic books. If not anybody knows, I'm into comic books. I'm into old vintage toys and stuff. I'm into collecting a lot of stuff, bicycles, cars. I collect all kinds of stuff. But, You know, it's just a hobby of mine. I just love it, man. Like I've gone to the LA Comic Con.
I believe it's in April.
It's in April.
I
Yeah, they're
believe
just
it's in
dope. I
April.
think this next April, I'm pretty sure I'll probably go with you to go check it out. The Lowrider Holiday
In San Jose.
San Jose, second annual.
Second annual.
Beautiful show.
Good turnout.
Beautiful turnout. Yep. Was I there? I was there. Was I there? No, I wasn't there.
No, you went to the first one.
I went to the first one.
You went to the first one.
So there was another one I went to. I did go to it. It was the next day. Was I there? Lowrider Holiday. No, I wasn't there. No, because we had to go somewhere. No, the one in San Jose. I didn't go to it because I went somewhere else.
You went somewhere else.
But there was another event that they had there.
No, that was the Cinco de Mayo.
The September 16th.
September 16th.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Those events, all the events are.
It was on the Icon Award weekend.
Oh, that's right.
You came back already. You already came back because they had a big in the city hall. They had a big giant event.
Oh, that's why I came back. I had to come back to that. That's right.
Yeah, and that one was
September
big.
16th. That's right.
Because I saw the videos of the Leco going live, and I was like,
what the
wait,
fuck? What's going on?
There's a lot of people.
Yeah, I know. That's the one I came to. That's why it was that, and my daughter had to go. She had a concert to go to. But yeah, that was so I didn't go to that one, but I heard it was good. The Lowrider Holiday second annual in San Jose was good.
Yes,
because I know I talked to a couple of cats that were out there, and they're like, "Bro, this is the shit." And that's before it was before the King of the Streets in San Jose. It was before that.
Yes,
because somebody had told me at King of the Streets, "Oh man, the holiday was off the hook," so I had to come back. He goes, "You guys in San Jose get down. It was off the hook." I said, "Yeah, when it's free, it gets even better." You know? Especially this year, because like I said, it was a tough year for a lot of people, and hopefully it gets better. If it doesn't, then we're gonna have to adjust to this industry and to the economy, man. Because we got to keep Lowrider going, man. We have to keep that whole movement going. But so that was a Lowrider Holiday. Then the Lowrider Icon was the one we went to, which was cool. Like I said, shout out to Chris York and the Familia for giving us that award, and for all the people that were out there. They got the award themselves.
a good turnout.
Yeah. Really good turnout. I was very impressed with it. Very, very impressed. And it takes a lot to impress me. Seriously, it does, especially when it's to lowriding. I guard lowriding as much as I can to my heart, man. Like when I see stuff that I feel like disgusted with, I'm like, fuck, man, what are they doing? Like what?
I'm glad I lasted this long.
Right. Right. So let's see, Lowrider Holiday. Okay, Lowrider Icon Award. Okay, Low Creation 50th anniversary. I'm sorry, you guys, I didn't make it out there. I worked that day. It was a great turnout.
Right, great turnout. Man. Congratulations to them.
To Robert and all them guys. Man.
Yeah, I didn't realize how many car clubs that have started different car clubs,
right?
And they were recognizing original car clubs and from original Low Creations.
Well, that's what happens when you have a club that's that old. A lot of other people they build off of them. I
was gonna say like a branch off, like a tree, because it was like when they all were recognizing everybody. Right, that was, right. I was like, oh my gosh, that was so many people. I mean, it was a great turnout. Everybody had a great time. Music was good.
What's crazy is I have a Low Creation plaque, an old one, really old one, and it was crazy because Robert was telling me, "Hey, you want to get rid of it?" I'm like, "No, I got it. I bought it at the car swap meet in Pleasanton. I had bought it, and I was like tripping out on it. I was like, a Low Creation plaque? I go, damn. Yeah. I asked the guy, how much you want for it? He goes, give me $40. Paid $40 for it. But I have it at my, in my garage with some other plaques that I have there. So it was kind of a cool thing, man. But it was,
shout out to Danny.
Danny and the guys. Okay, man. That's what's up. And to Robert. And I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. I really, really am. I suck, bro. I swear to God, man. I shouldn't even be doing this anymore. I should just sell all my cars, Just get away from
I'm getting tired, Gilbert. I'm getting tired.
So my bullshit, huh? I've been bullshitting for a long time. It's just, it's all fun bullshit.
But like you were saying, it's like you don't, when we communicate about different events, I go.
Right.
And I just love just the people that I meet. Right. Meet new people, go to new places, just enjoying the lifestyle.
And what's crazy, you're doing it on your own.
Yep.
Where I was running around with everybody. Like, most of the time, it was me and somebody all the time. I always took somebody with me. And it's to this day now that I'm doing things on my own sometimes. I do most of it on my own. But then people show up, do their thing. But it was always like a group of us. Oh, we're going to take off here. We're going to take off there.
Correct. Well, especially when you're like, we're going out of state. Yeah. I get it. I didn't understand at first, but when rest in peace, John, you were like, we need to have 2 people, at least 3 people, and then I started going. Oh, I'm like, okay, I get it, because it's overwhelming. It's a lot, but
and it's always me personally. I always wanted to make sure I had a writer with me. I hate writing. I mean, I don't hate writing, but I got to a point where I'd like to have somebody that could write for me, or if I couldn't write, at least you take the pictures, then I'll write.
Yeah.
But at least there's 2 handling it. So when it was turned in, like we had it. The way we had it was like, here's pictures, here's the writing with it. Here's pictures, here's the writing with it. So we always had that, and now we don't. No, it's just a lot of pictures, and we're like, fuck, we have to remember. Which we had Paulie. Paulie was a brain, because Paulie would research the event for you. And he would look at it, and he would write it, which he got down doing.
Yeah, he says, "Send me the design, send me the layout, so I can see who's there." And then we get some information from the promoters of who came, who attended, right. And
rest in peace, Paulie.
Rest in peace, Paulie.
He didn't make it to 2025, but you did, and you will, and you continue to make it throughout every year, I think.
And it was a good turnout also for last year. We had the Oldies in the Park and Lake Elizabeth. Right.
You put that down
here. We put that. It was dedicated to him.
Right.
And it was just beautiful. Right. The amount of love that to show how much they care for him. I think it was the Oldies in the Park was on the Tuesday.
Right.
I
mean, like I say, it was an honor being around him, man, and learning a lot from him, because as he learned from us, we learned from him. And that's how it is with everybody. Not everybody knows everything. We all learn from each other's mistakes, but or not mistakes, or just learning how to do something easier. Or it was his history around the whole lowrider movement. Man.
Well, and whenever he told me things, I never took things out of context. Where like, why are you telling me this? I took it and absorbed it, because he had so much history,
knowledge.
Yeah. And
I used to argue with him all the time. Just me and him. It was funny. We'd argue. I would argue with him. We'd get mad. I'd talk shit. He'd talk shit. We'd just argue. And it would be like, okay. And then he'd be like, oh, man, why are you telling me this? Like, because you're the only one I can vent to. Like, I'm not going to tell everybody. I'm going to tell everybody what I feel, how I feel. Because if I did, it'd be coming out wrong, Because, I'd get frustrated sometimes. We all get frustrated, But like I said, just, put it behind us. Let's go forward, because the only people we have to, like I always tell the only people we have to challenge is ourselves.
Yep.
Every year, we have to do something bigger, better. Who cares about what is doing? Let them catch up, because that's what's going to be doing. They're going to play catch up. All right, they do something bigger. Who cares? I don't care. Good for them. Whoever it is, whatever they're doing. If they're building a better car than you, then who cares, man? Build your car at your own pace and have fun with it. Because by the time you get to where they're at, they already put their car away, and they're away. They're gone. And you're still driving that car.
And I'm noticing some people are because priorities change.
Yep.
So I see some people drifting off, and it's not like they're not into it. It's just their lives changed. Like for me, my son grew up, moved out, and I started realizing I'm having more time. So now that's why I've been going to a lot of places, because I've been doing things for me.
Right.
There for my son 24/7. Anytime he needs me, I'm there. We meet up every other week. enjoy some food. But what I did before when he was little, it was like I couldn't focus on other things. I still gave you, a lot of attention for the magazine, the respect that we got.
Right.
But I realize now, like, I can work on me.
Right.
And I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. And I talk to my son about it. I get to tell him the stories that I'm doing, and he's enjoying it with me and supporting me.
Right.
So.
But they got their own lives. They got to do their own thing. That's why I want my kid. I make sure that they're doing their own thing. I want them to do their. I don't want to drag them into what I'm doing. If they love what I'm doing, they're gonna get into it. If they're into something different, I'm gonna let them do that. I'm gonna do me.
Exactly.
We got to do us, and that's what makes it different in what we do. And I think that's what happens to a lot of people. They drift away because priorities are different.
Mm-hmm.
They start families. They get married. They can't spend too much time with the homies anymore. They can't go to the car shows anymore. There's too many girls.
Well, I know a few photographers that are parents now, and I still see them coming out, and I give them props because it was definitely challenging, as having children, and trying to do things. So
it should be easier for me right now to run around, but it's not. It's still I'm still dealing with my last child in school, but even when they were younger, I give props to my wife because she helped me out a lot. She took care of my kids. She took them to school, picked them up, dropped them off, fed them, washed them, dried them. I mean, she did everything, She still does, but she has other priorities as well. But I think she was a big help to my life that gave me that hump to keep pushing and create and continue to create long nights, sleepless nights, to keep pushing and create. Because remember, I used to say, this is the year, Tyrone. This is their year. We're going to do it. This is the year. And that year just never came, man. It just what it was is us putting out something.
Yeah.
And we weren't really realizing what we were doing, putting out history. And that's what we have been putting out. Call ourselves historians, man, because, we've looked at history from the past to create history for the future and hopefully for younger generations to continue to create. So I think the influence that we've given all the photographers and videographers out there, it's the influence through Streetlow Magazine, not anybody else. There's other so-called magazines that weren't magazines that weren't really doing much, but we're running around, kind of like what you're doing right now, running around. But I was going to state, and I didn't have the money to fly. So we're driving an old 6'4" wagon, 6'2" wagons. That was our transportation from here to Las Vegas, from Vegas to Arizona to LA, from LA. We took a trip like that. We drove through the Grand Canyon, everything. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And we'd see cars in the fields and would stop and take pictures of the cars. Like, oh, look, shit. Poor car's just out there in the field by itself and shit,
Shoot me.
Yeah, right. So, but I think that was the beauty of just going out there and doing things. With the younger generation now, they can just fly out there, high tech, record, leave, come back. But to actually experience that ride, to sit down in an old car and record yourself driving down the highway, breaking down in the middle of something and putting it back together and continue to ride. Those are experiences that I think not everybody could live because it just I guess they weren't around here during those times. Now it's a little bit more easier.
Well, like when you were saying earlier about the things that we were doing, not realizing how much we were making an impact. I've had times where, like, just yesterday or the day before at the New Year's cruise, I had a young man come up to me and he goes, "Do you remember me? You shot me in Gilroy, or Watsonville for Hollister." And I was like, and he finally finds me like a half an hour later. He shows me a picture and he had one of my masks from the pandemic.
Oh shit!
And I didn't remember. He was like 10 years old, and now he's like
16,
17. And he goes, "You're the one that helped me start getting into photography." My ambition wasn't to do that, but to get the acknowledgement from young photographers to give me that props.
Yeah.
And I've had one that actually told Isaiah that in front of him, goes, you know, your dad helped me start getting into photography. Yeah. It feels good.
Well, that's the impact that I think we've all had. I mean, because like you said, it's just me seeing older guys saying, "Oh, we grew up on Streetlow," like straight up, they grew up on Streetlow Magazine. And I'm looking at them going, "Fuck, look, you're 30 years old." He goes, "I am." I go, "Damn, you are 30 years old." I go, "How'd you grow up on Streetlow?" He goes, "Oh, I grew up when I was like 8 years old."
Yeah. I had one guy that said he had a bike when he started.
Yeah, they're like,
he had a lowrider bike, and then all of a sudden now I have my car.
Yeah, they're like 8 years old, but fuck, then you figure like, fuck, we're getting older, you know. But
I look at it, I'm getting better.
You're getting better.
Not getting older. We're getting better.
Yeah, like fine wine.
Fine wine, because I feel like the things that I've learned. I mean, even the tools that I've learned, the creative part of it hasn't stopped. Right. You have to challenge yourself.
Right.
So
you gotta keep learning.
Yeah,
you never stop learning. When you think you've mastered something, you're wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
You're wrong, because there's nobody out there that have mastered anything. And what's crazy is there's photographers and videographers out there that grew up on Streetlow Magazine. Not anybody else. When they talk about Lowrider Magazine, they grew up on Streetlow Magazine. And that's where they get that whole ambition to shoot, to video, to be part of this industry. And technology has made it so simple for everybody to do things. You know, our phones became computers, because it's not a phone anymore. There's a computer, video, camera. I mean, everything in one hand. That's made it so easy for us to capture our lifestyle, our movements, our celebrations, anything to do with anything. You know, it's a flick of a switch.
But remember, it's not the camera that takes the photo.
Right, it's the person.
It's the person.
Right. No, but I'm just saying.
I mean, we have all the technology at our fingertips.
Right. It's who uses it and what they actually be capturing. Because you're right. Because there's photographers out there, but the thing is, I'm gonna tell you, lowriding is so easy to capture because everything out there is beautiful. The cars are beautiful.
Yep.
So they're capturing something that's easy to capture. They're taking photos of girls that are beautiful girls that they're easy to capture. You know, they're taking pictures of good-looking cats that are out there with their Pendletons. You know, they're capturing pictures that are easier to capture. Back then, it wasn't that. Yeah. It was nothing like that. It was harder. But, give somebody a camera and put them in the middle of a desert. See if they come out with some badass stuff. What are you going to take pictures of? How are you going to take pictures of? You know? But again, I mean, to me, it's lowriding is just so easy to capture. It's insane, man. And that's the beauty of it. And like right now, technology has made it so easy for anybody to switch it and take pictures of it. But it's how you focus and how you angle it is the art of
correct.
Of
but I think that's what helped me over, because a lot of people thought my main thing was photography, but my main thing was graphic designing.
Right.
But the thing is, I've been working with 15 photographers we had from the beginning.
Right.
And I was doing the layouts. Right. So I was getting all the visuals from all the other photographers for the last 15 something years until I started coming out with my own camera.
Right.
So, but I felt with what I was learning through your eyes, because you helped me also understand what we looked for car shows, what we looked for layouts. Look at the angle. Come over here. Look over here.
Right.
You've always seen that. You already knew what to look for.
Right.
You know, we don't just go in front of the car and just click.
Right.
Because
a lot of people.
Because the cars have so many curves and so many different angles that when you shoot from different perspectives, you can get so many different views of it.
Right.
But that's why I enjoyed working with so many photographers in the past, and I never wanted to compete against any photographer.
Right.
I just wanted to. I was able to, because I learned the tools how to do graphic designing, and I edited photographers' photos for so many years. That's what helped me, I think, advance a little bit more or a little bit quicker,
Right.
because I already knew the tools.
Not only that, graphic designing, that's helped you out a lot, because you could shoot a picture that you could fix.
Correct.
Or it's an angle where you could add something to it that makes it look better. Like you can enhance and advance a picture faster than a photographer, a regular photographer.
Yeah.
It's a guy that just takes pictures. They can take a badass picture and be like, "Fuck, how do I get rid of that greñuda on the back?" It's fucking,
I used to get club car owners. They were like, "Yeah, if you shoot my car, but just don't shoot on this side." And I go, "Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it."
Right. I'll fix the dent.
Yeah, I'll fix the dent. Or there's this little piece missing from the top.
I'll add one on there. Right. Well, that's cool. That's the beauty of what you do. You're not just a photographer. You're a videographer and a designer. So you're a package in one. So, I mean, you're an artist in reality, because you were from the get-go. You were drawing from the get-go. And you just had to go with the flow of the new generation, the whatever's coming to us.
Well, like you said, technology, because I tried to do different types of medium. I didn't know what I liked, because I tried different things. I drew, I painted, I airbrushed, I did different things. And then the last thing I thought I'd ever turn into a career was graphic designing, which was the last class that I took at CSM.
Right.
And all of a sudden I'm like, no, I'm not going to do this class. And I drop out, join the army, go to a war, come back. And all of a sudden I'm in the same class. Wait, why did I recognize this? This is the same class I dropped out of. And now it ended up being my career.
Because you have to go experience something ugly and to come back to something nice, right? Right on, man. Well, I mean, that's life, man.
I know we got some other ones in there.
Mecha. We got Mecha, the Hollister.
Mecha Hollister.
Uso, 30th anniversary went this year too.
Thank you to Daniel.
Yeah, that was off the hook. And Abe for hooking us up with some tickets to hooking us up to getting for a better price for the.
I forgot the name, what it's called. I ain't gonna say the word. I ain't gonna say it. It's a show.
It's a show. It's a show. The hula. That's a hula.
That's why I didn't want to say it wrong. But I want to give a shout out to Daniel, the president of USO.
Yeah.
I also want to give a shout out to Charlie for Hawaiian Pride, who connected me with Daniel, and I've been talking to Charlie for about 4 years.
Luau. Shoot, sorry, I had to say it. It was gonna bug you. It was gonna bug me. The luau, but yeah, right on.
Yeah, so I mean, and Linda from San Jose,
came out there.
She came out.
That's dope.
That was really cool. She came out on her own, and
she was on the calendar.
She's on the calendar. We actually, one of the shots that we took at the USO anniversary, there was a lot of car clubs that came out to the show. Also dedicated Kita. So
great guy, bro. I mean, look, we got a special appreciation Streetlow Magazine from them, from USO, second annual brotherly love picnic. He was a good friend of mine too, man. Everywhere I went, he was there with a big fat green stove smoking it, man. It always smelled good, man. He had the good shit all the time. But yeah, no, that was a good actually turnout. And that was something I gotta go. I've never been to Hawaii. I gotta go. I'm gonna go check it out. At least going out there. Because I could have gone out there just on vacation, but I wanted to go out there.
Well, a lot of people thought I was doing that. They're like, "Oh, you're going to Hawaii. You're going to take a break. You're going to go on the beach." And I'm like, "No, I want to cover lowriding."
That's right. Well, we did go to the beach too. So.
I didn't go to the beach. No, you guys did. I didn't.
We saw the sun go down, and we went early in the morning to see the sun go up.
So I can't remember the car club, but I remember his name is Gilbert. Last day before heading back, I was telling him about, like, I want to shoot a car, but I wasn't able to get a car to do a shot. And we went into one of the landmarks, and I was able to do a photo shoot with his car with the beautiful mountains and trees.
What kind of car was it?
I say it was a Cadillac.
Caddy.
It was a Caddy. And it actually broke down.
Oh.
But when it broke down and he parked the car in the parking lot, I just looked behind him. I was like, "Bro, can you can we still do the 3-wheel? And
Right.
he was able to, because the parking lot wasn't straight. It was at an angle. He was able to push down the corner side, and
Nice.
we were able to get a 3-wheel shot
Nice.
with all the mountains, everything in the background. So,
Nice. That's what's up.
but definitely, I mean, I definitely want to shoot more out there.
Right on. Oh yeah. Then we had the other Uso. Yeah, no, that was beautiful. That was a beautiful weekend for me. It was just, like I said, I had to experience Hawaii differently because I always see it on TV. And people were, you got to go to Hawaii. The water. I mean, we got into the water. Definitely got into the ocean. It was nice. The water was nice.
Well, people were asking me, like, there's lowriders in Hawaii, and it's funny because when I hear that for a lot of other, we've done shows or we've covered events in Wyoming,
yes,
North Carolina, and they're like, there's a few people now that we're working with in Chile, in Brazil.
Right.
They're like, what? I mean, there's lowriding out there. I'm like,
Everywhere.
it's everywhere.
Yeah. Lowriding. When Lowrider Magazine was up and going, like in, I want to say, early 90s, it was a huge impact in the world, man. You got to give it up to Albert Lopez and company, man. They really pushed the magazine out there. They put money behind it to get it to these areas, and they were kicking ass at one time. And then when they folded, 2016, Lowrider Magazine folded. After that, I mean, but even before that, I think in when we started the magazine in 1998, that magazine started folding in 98. It got sold, and it was different after that. But during the time that I think Albert Lopez had it, because he was a lowrider himself, he was an actual lowrider, so he understood the people. He was Raza. So he understood the impact of what lowriding was, and he took that shit to Japan, all over the world. So if Japan got it, everybody else got it. But even I think when we started publishing in 1998, we hit Germany.
Mm-hmm.
We were in Australia.
We had Netherlands.
Australia.
Australia.
So there was a lot of people. Switzerland. I mean, I still to this day I get orders coming from all over the world, buying our calendar, ask to buy our calendar, man. 2025. Got a couple left. Get on it, man. Before they sell out. We have 2 different covers, so
yeah, the insides are the same. Insides are the same. The cover and back cover are different.
Right. So I'm going to show you. This is one of the covers. This is the other cover. So check them out, man. These 2 right here, and then this is the back of them. So these are good calendars. You guys got to check them out. They're pretty dope.
And thank you to all the photographers that submitted.
All the photographers submitted. All the girls that came out, shot with us. The cars, the owners. Like I said, lowriding wouldn't be nothing without the people that are really putting their time into it. But back to Hawaii. I mean, it was good. It was a good time. So let's go to Rucas y Carruchas.
Is that so?
At the LA Convention Center.
Yeah, LA Convention Center. So that one was great because I also went to the Teen Angel exhibit.
Right.
I went, I think, to the Teen Angel exhibit. Shout out to Esteban.
Right.
And Beyond the Streets. I attended their event, and then went to the Dogtown, and then after the Dogtown, literally took Uber to the Rucas
y Carruchas.
Event at the LA Convention Center. And then unfortunately, I was only there for about 3 hours. I talked to Malow from Viclasos. That was the first time that we met in person. We've
You guys fight.
before.
You guys fight for the name.
Wait, no, mine was a W. His goes Malow.
Oh, okay. Then whatever. Change it right away.
No, but it was cool because I was able to, and shout out to Lorraine, who also is out there with banning the cruise, for lowriding.
Right.
She helped me out, picked me up, and they took me to the convention center, and I was able to enjoy the show for about 3-4 hours, and then I had to cut out Uber, I had to get to the airport and come back home. I did like 3 events that weekend in LA. That was by myself. I was like, I loved it.
Nice. You're on a little road trip back and forth. You're getting caught up though, right? On the Uber rides. You had to wait for them for long.
No, and that's what I was worried about because the convention center, I had like 40 minutes till the flight. Or not till the flight, but meaning I had a 40-minute drive from the So I was able to make it within an hour.
Right.
That one was kind of like, okay, I can't play it that close next time.
Okay, and then also San Jose King of the Streets, man. That's the one that Flavio over here was jumping out of his chair to announce. Yeah, the San Jose King of the Streets, which was a good event. For them to bring it back, it was kind of a cool thing.
In front of the SAP Center.
It was very iconic, very cool to do that. Something different that never been done in San Jose, which was, like I said, very iconic, man. Big props to all the guys that put it together. Hopefully,
I believe August
10th
or 11th is going to be this year.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Yeah, they had to change the date. I know they had it earlier, but they had to change it. So I think, August 10th is a beautiful day. It's one of the best days I think it's the best date you can get.
Yeah,
I was born August 10th. It's my birthday.
I knew that was coming.
August 10th. So it's a beautiful day.
That was coming.
One of the most perfect days you could pick. It's going to be very, very good, and hopefully, we get more people to be get more involved in there and stuff. Hopefully, I get the guys to come in. We'll talk to the guys that put together King of the Streets, because that was something that was being put together for many years back, man, that I can remember. It was during the time that we started Streetlow Magazine. I remember following them back and forth when they were hopping. They would end up in one spot and then ended up in another spot. But that was years ago, man. I'll leave the talking to them when I get to sitting down with them. Also, another one, which you said, Oldies in the Park by Lake Elizabeth, dedicated to our brother Paulie, which was a beautiful thing they kept doing for Paulie, man. And like I said, he was a very iconic person, man. It was good to have him part of us, and he'll still continue to be part of us as long as we continue to print and be out there. Like I said, Streetlow is not just one person. Streetlow is a lot of us. It's when you look at the Streetlow. So if you talk shit about Streetlow, man, you're talking about a lot of us. It's not just me. You can talk shit about me all you want, but when you talk about Streetlow, there's a lot of us involved. So if you talk shit about it, don't expect any of our crew to be cool with you, okay? Because it's not. You want to talk shit about the person you want to talk shit about. Don't talk shit about our staff, because we put a lot of work into what we do, man, and we're still out there, trying to make it happen for everybody. Women of Lowriding, History Park
in San Jose.
Yeah,
that was believed their first annual.
Their first annual.
Mm-hmm.
How was that one?
That was good. It was a good attendance.
You only invited women though.
To park the cars inside was only women.
How did you get your car in there?
No. My car. No.
I want to know what's going on over here.
I parked all the way in the back.
I seen that picture you took, bro. I want to know what's going on here.
No, they were.
Are you lying too?
No, it was a good show. It was a good turnout. I really appreciate the people that supported the event, that came out to the event. It was their first annual doing it, but there was a lot of cars that came out.
In History Park, huh?
Yeah.
That's nice. That was nice. Where was I? I don't know where I was at. Okay, then
your other home.
That's right. Teen Angel. Okay, that's the one you did. The Teen Angel event.
Teen Angel exhibit.
Stefan Oriel.
Yes. And Beyond the Street.
Beyond to the Street Gallery. Okay.
And that one, I was very pleased because I've been waiting 30 years. I designed for Streetlow Magazine about 30 years ago. Okay. I was about 21. After I got out of the Army. Don't even go there. I could see you.
He's not 21. I was 21, 30. I hate saying numbers, man, because they're gonna know how old we are soon, man. I was 21 like 50 years ago. What? Wait a minute. That's 71 now.
So back then it was I used to snail mail. I used to write Teen Angel.
That's what I'm saying. It was harder back then. Just to be something, to be in a magazine, to be part of something like that, it was like you had to take your time to do it. Now it's just, well, if he answers, he answers. If he doesn't, you can just email or hit them on Instagram, hit them on this. If they answer, they answer. They don't, they don't. Where back then is shit. You're like waiting patiently near the mail.
Well, that's why I think I waited patiently for this event, because they told me that this is it's 30 years. I waited 30 years.
Right.
No, I mean, it was a great show. I give them props for it, because a lot of artists, they displayed it. And when I flew out there, I was like, I designed 5 front covers for Teen Angel during that time in the 90s. And I was like,
you lied to us. You said you were a virgin. You designed 5 before us. No, that's cheating, man.
It was, before SLM.
Yeah, right. That's what
but when I walked into the gallery, I was like looking at everybody's artwork, and then I was like, if I could just see one of my covers inside, and there it was. I found one of them, and when I found it, I saw it, took pictures. I was excited about it, and then when I came back home, I didn't realize I had one of the letters that Teen Angel wrote me, and I still have the letter, and when I looked at it, he was like, hey, congratulations, you made it to the front cover, issue, I think it was 173. And I come to think of it, that's the same issue that I saw in the exhibit.
That's yeah.
So that's like, I've had that letter with me this whole time.
How much did they pay you to do the cover? You see, people, that's what I'm saying. And you guys are all out there crying about, why don't we get paid? It's not about getting paid. It's about getting featured. Because I'm going to tell you, even the person that I'm pretty sure Teen Angel at the time wasn't making a lot of money putting these issues together. Because it takes a lot of money to put one together. It takes a lot of money to print. But it's an honor to be part of a group of people that have worked their ass off to make a name for themselves on the streets that makes a positive impact on the streets. And that's the beautiful thing of it. And I know Teen Angel was one of the ones for the homies on the street, for the audios, for the gangsters, for the dedications, for the lovers, the haters.
Well, I say it's kind of like the Instagram of its time, because you used to do pen pals, you do selfies with your group.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say what kind of group.
Right. Right. No, but that's what it was. It was like Instagram of its times. Same with Lowrider Magazine at its times. The old school Lowrider Magazine had dedications, had all that stuff, and that's where all these magazines came from. Lowrider Magazine was the hub of the creation of other publications. Where I feel we're in that same boat.
Yeah,
we are the hub of a lot of other things that are happening, from videos to photographers and they can sit there and say, bullshit, we grew up on Lowrider Magazine. Lowrider Magazine disappeared in 1998 when we started, and I want to say that because in 1998 when the magazine came out of Lowrider Magazine, it wasn't them anymore. They were completely wiped out, recreated.
The last person was gone.
And built by a different organization. And they were picking up people. They were trying to pick up a lot of puppets, and that's, to me, and I'm sorry to say that, but that's the way I looked at it, because they had no culture. They had no, how can I say it? There was no style. There was no lifestyle in that magazine anymore. It was just a picture, the name, and here you go. Let's see what we can create and continue to push numbers. And when they saw that the numbers weren't there, they shut it down. And to me, I was like, wow, that very disappointing, because shit, even us with low numbers, we were still publishing. Whether we were losing money or not, we kept pushing and pushing and pushing, because the impact was to create something positive for our own people by lowriders themselves, which is ourselves. But yeah, no, that was cool, man. But I mean, like I said, it was the Instagram, it was the Facebook of its times, and I mean, I remember it. I didn't. I'm gonna tell you, I didn't subscribe to it because it wasn't what I liked. Really, it wasn't
actually.
us.
But there was actually no subscription.
Or not even subscribe. I never bought.
You never. Okay.
I never really bought a magazine. They were always like at the what's crazy, they weren't you can't find them at a Safeway or.
You have to go to 24th and Mission.
No, not only that, you'd find them like at markets, little marquetas.
Well,
little convenience
at the
stores.
time that I was buying it, or when I was talking to him, and he was like, "Hey, it's going to be coming out." There was only like one place in Redwood City that I knew about.
Right.
24th and Mission was another place that had it,
Right.
but he was doing what we used to do back then.
Yeah.
We used to do.
Shit,
There was no UPS, and
no, we're going hand in hand, foot to foot, and that's what I was doing. I was hitting up all where the older these magazines were hitting, like 24th and Mission. I went there. Gary, who's his name?
Yes.
Old man Gary.
Yes.
And I used to sit there. We used to talk, and this man would buy. He goes. I went to him one day, and I was like, "Hey, would you mind carrying our magazine?" He's like, "Yeah." He goes, "If I'm the only one here." I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Yeah, you put the magazine here, everybody's going to come here because everybody has been coming here for years to buy the magazine." And then on his billboard or his marquees or for his store was the little Lowrider man, the little it was there, and I was like, "What the hell?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I've been selling for Sonny since way back in the days." I go, "Okay, well, how many are you going to carry?" He goes, "Bring me 50. I go, "Shit, I'm dropping off 10 issues everywhere I go. You want 50? He goes, "Yeah, bring me 50. I'll take 50. And it was on consignment, of course. So I left 50. I go, "I hope he sells them." He calls me up, like not even a week, two. "Bring me another 20. I said, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, I sold them all. Bring me another 20. I go, "Oh, shit." So I brought him another 20. And then he's like, by the time we pulled out the next issue, I went over there. He goes, "I just leave another 50 here." He goes, I go, "Did you sell?" He goes, "I sold out on the other ones. Like, I think I got like 2 or 3 left, but I want them. Keep them here." Because I like people come in, and while they're looking for this issue, they're going to find this issue because it's a comic book store. So when they're looking for this, so he never gave me one back. He kept every issue of mine. So every time I dropped off issues, he'd buy them. And then if it slowed down for him, he'd tell me, "Okay, give me 20. Like, he knew his but dude, he bought so many magazines from me. And it got to a point where we were getting so busy that we didn't have time to go drop them off anymore. So it got to a point where distribution took over, and they took over hard for us. So, and we started doing really good, and more people were noticing who we were. So, but yeah, those are some cool days, man.
Well, with Esteban, I give him a lot of props. He had a panel. I went in about maybe 2-3 weeks later. I went for a panel that he was having with Teen Angel magazine and Emilio Rivera, and I brought some of my covers because I still had 5 covers. I have the one. I still had the one copy of each issue, so I brought it over to him, and he took photographs of it. He said he took some of the videographers and took me to the back of the building and said, "No, take these photos, take videos." And then all of a sudden he comes out with his camera, and I'm just looking at it like, what?
Right on.
But he was introducing to me. Everybody is like, it feels weird being introduced as an artist when I'm just like, I still never put myself with a title of what I do, because I like to do different things.
Right.
But to get that acknowledgement I give him a lot of respect for that, and I appreciate that.
Well, no, that, man, we've done a lot. You've done a lot. I mean, shit, 90, how many issues? 97 issues, 98 issues?
No, 80.
89 issues? 89
80.
issues? Huh?
80.
Issues?
80. Yeah.
We're more than that.
No, I know. I'm the art director.
Oh, shit. We're at 79?
Yes.
Well, that's right. Duh. Okay, sorry, man. 79 issues, man.
Talk to the art director. He might know.
Yeah. So imagine 79 issues. 79 issues.
But 79 issues is a lot.
A lot. No, I don't think, besides Lowrider Magazine, I don't think anybody else has done that many.
No.
None. Nobody. Not Street Customs, not
Orly's?
Nope. None of those.
Really?
Yeah, we've been in the run for a long time. They were in the run for a couple of years, and that was it. Same with, quote me wrong. I mean, it could be wrong. You guys could write on the comment on the bottom, say, fuck, you guys are liars. But as far as I know, only Lowrider, I think, because they're pushing every year. I mean, twice a year, they're pushing them out like hotcakes, and then they start slowing down, and they just stop, But yeah, no, I think, and then of course Teen Angel got like millions of them out there. They got tons of
Yeah,
issues.
they were actually selling some of the old Teen Angel books
Right.
for $500.
That's crazy. And I have, I think, one of the first ones. I think I have 1 or 2 or 3 or number 4. I don't know which one. I got one of those. And it's kind of cool because when I'm looking at those, I look at them, I'm like, fuck, these are nice. Then when you look at the newer ones, you're like, oh, fuck, what the fuck happened? Like, it started getting more ratchet, you know, as far as like gangsterish.
Well, the thing the only thing I didn't like about the last issues that came out was they were starting to use photographs.
Right.
That's
right.
that's a personal thing. So if that's what they wanted to do, that was on them. That's not saying that it was bad. It's just I've always enjoyed that the covers were always hand drawn.
Well, not only that, I think they started doing that when we came out. I think we changed the narrative of how issues were being put out. Because when we started publishing, we were young. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the owners of Teen Angel at the time, his son was taking over, or he was part of it. He was a young guy.
Yeah.
So they're out there taking pictures of girls, too. So like, oh, shit, we got to get, because it sells. The women were selling these books, you know. And I think that's, when I seen it, the transaction of it is when we were coming out. And I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
It started looking kind of weird. It was even like Mi Vida Loca. What was his name? Oh, my God, man. Homeboy, Alfredo.
Yeah.
Alfredo. He wrote a book, which is funny because I found the book. He gave me a book that he wrote on his life and stuff, what he was doing. And he was one of the first guys that I saw in Oakland. Remember we were in Oakland for the first time? He had came up to me and says, man, what are you guys doing? How are you guys doing this? He goes, I've been creating my magazine for so long, and you guys are coming up quick. How is it? I go, it's because it's a little different. You know, you're covering a culture of Chicanos and neighborhoods. We're covering a culture of cars, you know, which is a little different. And we're including our raza into it, you know, but it's still created for cars, you know, for the vehicles that we're driving to take us from A to B. So, but I remember his book too, he started changing a little, started adding cars. And he had told me one day, he goes, hey, Gilbert, no disrespect, but we're going to, you know, add some cars in here. And we're not doing anything like you're doing, but, you know, we want to put some cars. And I go, that's cool. I mean, it never bothered me. Nothing ever bothered me. I think the more magazines that are out there does help the industry. You know, I mean, we can't be the only one. There has to be some kind of a competition or some kind of a, you know, for each other or something.
We're just showing how strong our raza is.
Right. And I think, you know, now because again, social media, everybody's kind of like, going toward the social media. But I think magazines still sell because we sell a lot of them still. I mean, we sell magazines every day. Every day magazines.
I still get people ask. Yeah,
they still sell them. You can go to www.streetlowmagazine.com. If you guys want any back issues, go check them out because they are going to change. Prices are going to change. If you guys want issue number 1, we do have issue number 1, but it costs $1,000. And we don't have too many of those neither. So we are going to release a couple of them this year. I'm going to try to get them CGC. I'll show you guys. I'm going to get them CGC graded like this. You know, this is kind of cool. I like showing it. So this is our issue number 1. You know, it's kind of cool. You know, even though we spelled premiere wrong, and let's just show how ignorant and retarded we were. And then the colors were supposed to be green, white, and red. And guess what happened? It's blue, white, and red. You know, it's okay. Those are the mistakes that were done. But, yeah, it's just, wow, man. Huh?
I won one.
Then look at, and what's cool, the back cover has the Thin Man. There's a picture of the Thin Man. He passed away, you know. R.I.P. for the Thin Man. He also, I don't know, did he pass away? No. Mike Pickle passed away.
Mike Pickle passed away.
So he taught Mike Pickle how to airbrush, this man right here. That's why I went to him the first time, and I wanted Mike Pickle to do some stuff for us, but then he started working for the other guys, and you know it was cool. Which, even though I talked to Mike Pickle a couple of times, but the good thing is that we were able to get one of the inspired artists to draw it, and it's kind of dope, man.
Yeah,
it's kind of dope. But yeah, so we're gonna hopefully release some of these. I'm gonna get them graded like this, so you guys don't have to deal with you know with.
I enjoy it. We had some artwork also from David Gonzalez too.
And
some.
Oh yeah.
I think he submitted some cartoons for us.
This is the first one.
Oh, no way you have it.
That's the first one he ever put out. Yeah. This issue right here. This is the first time he came back. We were going back and forth with his drawing here. And I go, yeah, just draw something that says we're back. I'm going to put you on the front cover. And he put the plaque on it. And then after that, he started using this for other stuff. But he originally made this artwork for us, man. And it was like I said, it was an experience meeting a lot of these cats that, we're a part of. Yeah, here's the story. There's the story of this book. And this is also a sold-out issue. This is issue number 10. Issue number 10. And we only sold this for $3.99 at the time. $3.99. Yeah, $3.99. We weren't making that much money, man. That's why I was like, it wasn't something that Sinister Wire Wheels. These are the guys that are making the actual cross lace wheels, man. They make some real nice cross lace wheels, But yeah, no, shoot. Even I had Andy from Andy Hydraulics. He put this ad in. This is an old ad. This is an actual old ad of Andy's Hydraulics, which was crazy because the numbers on the bottom aren't even in existence. And I used to tell him, why are you putting this up? He wanted to support. Big props to Andy, man. The guy he's legendary in the whole hydraulic industry. He was a big part of lowriding. There's a new style shirt right there. But yeah, no, it's a lot of stuff in here. If you pay attention to it, even the people in it, man. The girl on the cover, that's they're still around. They still walk around like it's I don't know. It's just it's a dope ass book. It's my son. It's my son, my oldest son, and my daughter. My wife. Sorry, my daughter. My wife. Sorry, yeah, my little daughter. My wife and my son right there. Yeah, and this actually I signed this one. So I signed a lot of them from a long time ago. I don't know what I I think I was doing this for my kids to drop one of these off for my kids. But yeah, no, this is I don't know. See, we used to do the whole collage, man. I'm telling you, Morgan used to cry. Morgan used to. I'm gonna have Morgan in here one day, but he's a character. But yeah, no, it's it's funny how I have him right here, right? But yeah, no, that's why it's all this is part of me, man. It's all part of me, and we continue to just keep pushing, man. Hopefully, something comes out of it, and more people get involved, and maybe another magazine will come out one of these days.
Another 27 years?
No, I'm talking about another.
No, another 27 years.
Another another publication.
Definitely.
That we inspire another publication to come out. That'll be kind of cool, but. So moving right along, I know we're dwelling on some of this stuff, but 2023 was 2024 was a long year, and it was a good year for some, right? You did the Teen Angel, which kind of reminisce right now. We have law-abiding citizens.
Law-abiding citizens.
Law-abiding citizens with the Fools Gone Wild, guys.
Fools Gone Wild. There was the first Fools Gone Wild art gallery, also curated by Esteban.
At the Super Chief Gallery.
Yes.
Okay.
And that one, actually, I did submit artwork for the gallery, so I was really happy to see my name on the wall with, I believe there was like 100
in the
artists.
bathroom. It was in the bathroom.
No, in the well, my sticker went in the bathroom.
Malow was here for a good time call. It was in the gallery. Right?
So what was really cool about that place is that gallery, they set up the gallery and then they let people go crazy tagging it. So people were able to go in the bathrooms, the walls. They brought out benches, bus benches, and I took photos of it before.
Right.
And after the show, like it was literally everybody was climbing on the walls and tagging.
Right on.
So,
yeah, there you guys go, man. Law-abiding citizens. Then the More than Car Lowrider exhibit in Watsonville, the film festival.
Film festival. They were
Over there in Pajaro.
Yes.
Valle Arts.
Okay. They did a dedication to La Misión movie.
Okay.
So they brought out different artists. For Watsonville, they were honoring car clubs from Watsonville,
right.
And also they had a film festival at the same time. So they had one at the film festival at the movie theater in Watsonville, and then they had the gallery at the Pajaro gallery where they had it displayed for about, I think, 4 months.
Any of the car clubs are out there? Or?
From Watsonville, yes.
Which car clubs? Like Watsonville Riders?
Watsonville Riders, Impalas.
Okay.
There's at least 4 to 5 car clubs that they were given. They told me that they had 150 artists that was contributing.
Right.
They on each wall they did a display from their own car clubs, from vintage photos, from back in the days and today. So, but they let each car club decorate their own section.
Nice.
So, and they had that display up for about 4 months.
Kind of like the Forever Cruising Lowrider Art exhibit.
Exactly, same thing.
At the San Jose Library.
So thank you to Estella for that as well. I was able to display my photograph with numerous photographers, great photographers that contributed, lowriding community, and
They capture all the shows and events and the people out there. I seen it was kind of cool. It was kind of cool that I was able to contribute
our first one,
our jacket. No, the first one.
That was the first one.
The first one
was, I believe, the second one.
Yeah, but the second one, I was thankful that we were able to exhibit our jacket again that we did for La Misión, and I was able to show the hat that Sonny Madrid did. So we put it in the second one as well, because we did the first one. We put all kinds of stuff at Streetlow from the car shows and all that. This one was more dedicated for photographers and I think it was just photographers and artists. But at the same time, Estella, I talked to Estella because of Jim from Time Warp. He had called me up and told me, "Hey, you don't have anything here?" I'm like, "Well, no, I didn't talk to Estella." And Estella was like trying to get a hold of me. And the good thing, we were able to at least put in one of our jackets that was autographed by the whole staff of La Misión. And
that was cool.
Yeah, and then we put one of our plaques, was it? We put the hat in there. The hat? No, we didn't put a plaque in there.
And I did a vinyl cover of the poster.
Oh yeah, the vinyl. That's right, the vinyl, the poster, La Misión. So that was kind of cool that we were able to add that to this art exhibit. I think next year she wants to do something different. I think she wants to just invite the whole Bay Area this time instead of just. I think the first year was recognizing San Jose in its whole, but I think the whole Bay Area has a big part in the making of Lowrider Magazine from the 60s.
Actually, that's what this was. This was the one that I attended this year.
It was for everybody?
It was for everybody because there were different photographers from all around.
That's right, the photographers. I think this time around we were talking about maybe her doing artist. As far as like artwork.
Okay, yeah.
Like
okay.
the actual
yeah, because this one was only photographers.
Yeah, I think I told her, I think you should do something like that because there is a lot of artists here. There is a lot of artists.
Actually, they did have some artists because remember there was that one mural that they did a diorama. Right. You said you knew the artist. He used to work for the post office.
Yes.
And he did a mural, and they actually replicated the car.
Alfonso, yep.
Your car,
yes.
Or you lend them your car.
Yeah, I know. I need to get it back. They still have it. That's, I think the guy that did that diorama, he took it,
and he put Monica.
Yes, he did little Monica thing.
Yeah, Monica. So shout out to her too.
Yeah,
so I told her about it. So I don't know if she saw it or not, but I showed her photos of it. She's like, they replicated a calendar shoot from Streetlow.
Nice. Yeah, no. That was, but to me, it's like when she was doing that, to me, I was like telling her, like, put actual, like, art pieces.
Yeah.
Like invite artists, like tattoo artists. You know?
Oh yeah.
You know, I think we desperately need that here, or just artwork because like all the art pieces I have out in the front from different artists that have given me pieces to create the art books that we actually have. If nobody knows, go to www.streetlowmagazine.com. We have art books there too.
There's One Culture is opening up a gallery this year.
Where?
In San Jose. They're going to do an announcement, and they're going to be bringing in different artists, and I can find out the date for that.
All right, that'll be cool.
So, but I've been connecting with them as well. They want to help out Streetlow as well, and even for your car shows. Right. I know there's some other clubs that do the RCs. Right. They want to do the little dioramas with the little cities. And
you know what? Somebody hit me up.
Yes, I told them to contact you because they couldn't make it to the October show, but they want to do one for this year.
Right. They told me about it. You know, I could let them. There's a whole by
the entrance you were talking about.
Yeah, on the left side. If you see there's a tarp. It's all flat and it's all corralled, and it has a little stage.
Yeah,
the stage you can put a DJ to play some music, and then create a whole city on the bottom, so people can actually, And
they did that at the Solo Riders show in Antioch this year.
How was it?
It was good. Oh, the show was good, but they made a display in front of the canopy where they were selling RCs and decals and things. They had a little section just blocked off, but if you really looked at it and you laid down on the ground, they actually put on the front of the table little cities.
Wow.
So if you shot literally from the ground, I was able to get shots that people thought that the photographs I took were of real cars.
I still think the one they did in LA, wow, that thing's badass with Whittier and all that. Whoever did that,
I believe it was Armando Flores.
Oh my God, that was so beautiful, man. I mean, that guy. I mean,
everybody. Yeah, I saw that.
Wow.
I saw that one year in Vegas. I saw the display.
Los Angeles. I think LA was the first time they brought it out.
Correct.
I mean, I'd be bad to get him to bring that out here, but yeah, it'd be nice to see a city like that out here. I mean, it's something different, definitely different, just to build the RC community here, because there's an RC community.
I was gonna just say that there's actually a few guys out here that I know they've been hitting me up saying that they want to do something like that.
Right.
So they're like, when are we gonna be able to display something? And because I know we did a model display about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So
with Joe, and then Joe put it together, or helped us put it together, because I know they were doing the whole. I mean, we got to bring all that back together. I think we had the momentum, and just like I said, things happen at times that it knocks the momentum.
I think that
out.
October show was just was all last minute thing too.
But it wasn't, like I said, it's not our fault. It's something that we need to. I just said I had to do it because there has to be a San Jose show.
Correct.
There has to be a show because it's not about how much money we're going to make. It's making sure that the community from San Jose gets something worth their money. Like I want to make sure that Streetlow's coming, they're doing their thing, we're putting it together, and to continue to enjoy it. But I know our June show always kicked ass, and hopefully this year I got something planned tight. A couple more things I'm going to be doing, but I can't I don't want to let the cat out of the bag yet. But when it happens, I'm going to start announcing it and making sure everybody, starts hearing about it. It just, be patient, people. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Also, there was a photography group here in San Jose.
Yeah, they had a photography group, SJ Shooter with Alex. They were.
That's where you had Jesus was there too, right? Chucky.
Yeah. No. This one they were having 150 photographers submit one photo that was taken in San Jose, and it was on display at a gallery next to the Improv. I can't remember the name of the
gallery.
The gallery.
Okay.
But I was honored because they asked me to submit something, so I submitted that one photo that I took at the beginning of last year with Jimmy, with his son and his dad, the three generations. Right on. So that's been my favorite shot because I didn't realize I was capturing history there. And I saw the dad at the massacre, and he goes, don't forget, if you need more photos of the 3 generations, we're always here ready for you.
Right, yeah. Cálmate. Right on. Well, I mean, shoot, that's 2024, which I know there's a lot more things that happened.
Oh no, there was definitely other photographers covering other events. These were events that I was blessed to attend, and again, a lot of support from the car clubs, families. Right. You know, everybody took care of me out there, and I had a great time.
Oh, that's the way to do it, man. And shoot, we're welcoming the 2025 this year, and again, you know, R.I.P., you know, Alfred Smith, a.k.a. Brenton Wood. You know, not too much I could say about him right now, man, that, you know, he didn't do for the community of lowriding. But hopefully, you know, whatever happens, man, I mean, you know, hopefully we're invited to it, you know, if they have something for him, you know. And let's see what happens this year. And for anybody out there that wants to be part of our crew, part of our videographers or photographers, hit us up, DM us. We're looking for to expand our group, especially out of state, cities that we're not at. You guys want to represent your city through Streetlow Magazine, let us know. We got Flavio here. He's ready to work. He said he's tired of being at home. He just bought a cat and a rabbit. I don't know what he's going to do with it. He says he's going to mix them together. He's going to have a rab cat, right? Something like that. Just like
so we got New Mexico, we got Arizona, we got LA, we got Chile. We need more states.
I'm going to Puerto Rico next week, so you know, probably hopefully by the time this recording goes on, I'll be out there. We're going to try to see if I can get some pictures from cars out in that area and see what happens, man. I know the world is full of old school cars, man. I think we ought to get together, us, and go to Cuba. I want to go to Cuba so bad, just to go check out the cars over there, just to see I like old vintage history, man. It's always been you know, it's how we got here. You know, that's has always intrigued me, is how we got here from old vintage cultural stuff. And, you know, Cuba is something that's part of us, as well as Puerto Rico and Mexico and Honduras and Salvador and Peru, Ecuador, everywhere. You know, I think it's part of our culture and our blood. You know, we love lowriding, man. You know, this is all part of us, and it's a group of us, man. But we'll see. We'll see what happens next year. I mean, you want to close off with anything?
No, just ready for a new year. Make some history.
Yep. Hit us up, man. If you guys got anything out there, any car shows, anything, like I said, check out our shows this year. It's on our Instagram. It's on Malow's Instagram. It's on NorCal Spotter's Instagram. It's on
Facebook,
Streetlow, Streetlow Media. Check us out, man. The dates are there. Let us know what you guys want to do or what you want us to do. Go ahead and get your calendars too. Shit. Love you guys, man. See you guys next year.
Have a good one.
This year.